So, I was just about to start cleaning the old Atari Trak-ball. I thought, why not make a video? Why not make a video? So I did start. I was nearly en route to unscrewing it. So essentially, I think what we've got here is a couple of screws underneath the feet. There is one foot off there. So I'll continue to remove those, and we'll see how we get on. I don't think there's anything special in terms of model numbers or anything, but those that are that interested can see there. So yeah, we'll get those other feet off and we'll unscrew it and we'll see what's what inside. Because I did try this on the 2600 plus, and it just felt a little bit not as fluid. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's like the old school mouse, the old ball mouse, where the rollers have just got gunked up and it might just need a bit of lubrication, so it flows a little bit more slicker. That's the theory. Okay, all screws are out. Don't forget, keep them in a pot. I always use empty lids, cleaning lids, you know, from labour remover and stuff like that. So I always just keep the lids for the little screws. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully this will come apart. Like I said, it's not that it doesn't work, it just doesn't work as, I don't think, as efficiently as it should do. And I'm being very unprofessional, I'm usually doing this one-handed, so I'm going to try and remove this lid and then we'll take a look. Okay, with all 4 screws removed, hold the base and the top just pops off. Dead simple. And that's what we're left with. I don't really know what I'm looking at, truth be told. So that lifts up. Does it lift off? No. I'm going to be careful because I don't want to ruin anything. But there's got to be something underneath here. Some gyros or something that probably just need. Ah, I can see a roller. Can you see it just there? Hang on, let me get a pokey thing. Look, see the gunk? See the gunk there? The only thing of these GoPros, there's not a great focus. I think. Let me dive in deeper. Okay, right. I think what we've got here is those rods. They're not the traditional like mouse rollers. They do roll, but they're metallic. When I've looked under them with some microscopic lens, because I've got really bad eyes, they are slightly rusted. But they are what's rolling. Now the only way you can get to these is to remove these pins here. Now these are just crocodile slips. So I've just tried to move this end one here, the white one, grey one, and just slide up. So I think if I could slide them off, then this top PCB will come forward here and then expose the inner sanctum. Right, whatever you do, don't fucking follow my videos, because I'm an absolute knobhead. You don't need to take them off. Anybody who's done this is probably just screaming their head off and laughing their tits off at me. You just take the ball out. Oh dear. Never mind, right, I've got to put them back on. Oh man, I'm such a fucking idiot. But I'll leave it in, you see. I'll leave it in. If I was that much of a narcissist like some of these YouTubers are, I would have cut all that out and you would none the wiser, but that's not me, that's not my style. Okay, update. Not as simple as a first thought. So I could get in to clean the rollers, and I've got like a fibre glass pen that I could probably get some of that rust off and then put some WD-40 on it, which probably would help. But the problem is I can't then really get in there too well to get the crap out that's going to come off it. So looking closer underneath, you can see these boards here. Let me see if I've got a pointed device somewhere. Right, see these boards here. Right, I hope I can show you on this. There's a couple of little clasps at the top. Here and down there. Obviously the idea is you push them two in together and then the board pops out. Well, that's the theory. What I did on this one here, I don't know if you can see it, that green one to the right, just there, I did exactly that, and the two plastic little clasps just snapped off. So the plastic is really brittle. They're still held in by little lugs. I don't know if you can see them, little couple of little black lugs there. So it's not going to come loose, but it's just made me really wary, because I think what you could do then is, once those two PCBs are disengaged, you could lift it up, because these wires here for the cable, I think each of these manages the gyros, so the X and Y axis, essentially. That there is just a guiding roller. It doesn't really do anything, but it's a guiding roller. It's these two here, and these are metal rollers that do all the direction. So I'm a little bit, I don't really want to risk those coming off and not going back on again, because it'd be like really difficult, nigh impossible to get them to fix back on again. Whereas I could try and clean them from inside, but it won't be as thorough. That's the problem. Looking at it again for a bit, must admit, just trying to work out how they put it together, and I've got a feeling that these gyros were soldered from underneath, so they were basically put there and then pushed up through. So I don't think there's any way to actually remove these gyros from the housing. So it's built from the bottom up, as opposed to being built from the top down. I've took them off again because I was just seeing if there's any give to try and move these boards, and there's not. Equally, that board there is the switch, the bottom there, and again doesn't seem to be any way to remove that housing. So it looks like I say, it's been built from the bottom up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with original plan A. I'm going to try and just clean some of this rust off using the fiberglass pen here. Clean it up, try and get it a bit smoother. I think the bottom one's the worst one, and just see, you know, there's no point in me going hell for leather and breaking the bloody thing, but if I can get a bit more improvement out of it, then I think that would be better. And obviously the problem is that started to, it's not rust because it's got water, it's probably from moisture. It's just, you know, the change in temperature has caused it to start to corrode. So if I can stop that from happening anymore, that would be better. I don't know if you guys can see, but we've got it, I'm just rolling it round now, we've got it cleaner. We've definitely got it cleaner. I didn't realise that that middle band is actually meant to be silver. So we did get quite a lot off. So I'll go see if I can show you on this one here. I'm not sure what you can see on that, but like I say, I'll give that a clean. We'll see what we can do. The problem is the actual rollers on that side. You have to be not carrying. Okay, I think we're about done with the cleaning. I hope you can see this. They do look a hell of a lot better. This one's going to be harder to roll. I'm going to do it this way. Again, I hope you can see that, but they're not perfect, but they're a hell of a lot better. Can't get into them little corner bits, just can't. But hopefully, what we'll do, we'll run a bit of WD-40 along them. I'll give that one there a clean as well. I'll get in to do that one. Well, that doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. But we'll clean it while we're here, and we'll polish the ball. Then we'll give it a test. Hopefully the fucking thing will work. Okay, so I've hit them with a bit of WD-40 there, and there, and then basically I've just rolled it round and used a cotton bud to sort of spread it acrossward. So rolling the roll around and then moving the cotton bud across, so it just sort of hopefully spread WD-40 over the roller relatively evenly. That's the plan. But yeah, there's still residue in there, and word of warning, guys, if anyone's never used one of these pens before, these fiberglass pens, it gets everywhere. I can feel it on my hands now, a little bit itchy. So yeah, you've got to be careful with that. And obviously, definitely don't breathe. Oh, I nearly forgot. Got polish your ball. I was going to put some WD-40 on it, give it a polish. Don't think I've got anything else. So no. Gin polish balls. Show you the top. There's a few scuffs here. I think Plastex is probably the best thing to get some of these out. But I don't have Plastex because obviously I'm not that advanced. But I'll see what I can do just to make it a little bit better. I mean, that's rubbed off, isn't it? You're not going to, you know, that silver's just come away. There's not much else you can do on that. There's only them few marks there, to be honest. It's an honest. It might be a bit controversial here, but some of them for a while. I don't have Plastex, like I said, but as you can see, those marks have gone. That one there's still there, and there's still one down here, and there's still one just around here. There you go, look. But that big one there's gone. Brillo pad. With some, just like I just use an empty container, I fill it with like washing up liquid and just some detergent and water, warm water. But yeah, what you're basically doing is you're just buffing out the top layer. It will leave it slightly dull, same as when you use IPA, but then put some WD-40 over the top of it afterwards and it'll come out alright. But I've used that trick loads of times. You know, when these cables, they burn into the corners where the plastic starts to react together, you can buff out sort of indents and scuffs and stuff out of the plastic. It's not always foolproof, but I think that looks a bit better. And like I say, you can see it, just see it in the light there where I buffed it. But I say with WD-40, we'll take that back out again, and I'll get rid of those other ones up the side. It's cleaned. I've got to put some WD-40 on it, but you can see again where I've buffed it there. But compared to what it was like before, it's looking quite. Like I say, you're not going to get rid of that because that's just wear and tear unless you get a replacement fluff on there, replacement sticker. But there's no point. No, I think that's come up all right. There's another one there in the corner. There's one down there. Might be one. Yeah, there is there. You see, I'm just two there. It's in the right light. Obviously, nowhere near as noticeable as the ones that were down here. But I'll give that dusting of WD-40. Put it back together, and it will not fucking work, no doubt. But that's all. Right, so is it any better? Yes and no. I don't think it's. I don't think he's going to win any awards. One-handed is bloody tricky. But no, I think it's better. So yeah, overall, I'm glad I did it because it needed a clean anyway, and it'll just stop that rust and that rot. So yeah. I think it's worth it.